Welcome back to the Stocklabs Help Desk. Today's episode is on Stocklabs Advanced Algorithm, or SAA. So before we talk about SAA, let's talk about how Stocklabs ranks stocks in the first place. If we go to a particular stocks page and click on the Algo tab, we see we have a technical ranking, a fundamental ranking, and a hybrid ranking, which blends the technical and fundamental scores. The factors that go into each ranking are listed below, and if you hover over any one of them, you'll get a brief snapshot of how it's defined. Each factor is given a 1 to 5 score, and then the overall score is printed in the window. Going back to SAA, we can see this list. All these stocks have their technical and hybrid scores listed. Now, these technical and hybrid scores, especially the technical scores, fluctuate from day to day. So looking at the score on one day doesn't necessarily tell you what the score was the day before or the week before, or how it might go in the coming days and weeks. The SAA score was developed to get a grasp on how these technical and hybrid scores have behaved over time. Now, SAA is available from 1 week to 1 year time frames, and there's also a year-to-date time frame. What this Stocklabs Advanced Algorithm does is take these scores and find a bit of an average over time, depending on the time frame that you're looking at. So what this will tell you is if these scores have remained high for a good amount of time, then their SAA score over a longer time frame will also be higher. So this is a more robust way of sort of looking at how these tech and hybrid scores have acted and whether or not the stock has remained strong over time, or if it's just a momentary, shorter term show of strength from the stock. You can use SAA score as a replacement for something like a Sharpe ratio, especially on a 1 year time frame or year-to-date time frame as we get further into the year. So what does this look like in practice? If we go to the Fly's growth quant, he uses SAA score as his final filter on which stocks he picks. So you can see in the screener window, he has all his fundamental criteria, and then over to the right, he sorts it by 1 month SAA score. So these stocks, along with having met his fundamental criteria, also have the most consistent price action over the last month. And he'll use that as a signal for which stocks to pick and include in his quant for the following month. So to wrap up, SAA score smooths out the fluctuations in the tech and hybrid scores and is a good filter to add to your screens over multiple time frames. So put it to use and see what kind of results you get. And thank you for joining me for another episode of the Help Desk.